about our community garden. We're doing organic gardening. So you see them over there doing is um, those are compost bins, and we're making the compost. So in April, when we do till the earth and toil it and fertilize it, it will be fertilized with this compost. Okay, that has been watched and toiled and turned. Um, those young ladies over there built those bins themselves. They went out and they got people from the community, stores, Home Depot, the garden place. I forget where that place is, but anyway, they went and got manure and they got the slats that are used there, and the people really want to help us make this happen. So they really donated a lot of things. So this is the first step. This is the first step you have to do before you do the gardening. So that's why we're here in this cold morning. This cold morning, starting the compost. And with the compost, we've learned a lot because you have to have it's got to be a 4-to-1 ratio with so that the nitrogen and all the other things that are involved in making the compost are in the right ratio. So that's what they're doing now. You see Mary, she's over there cutting the tops off of some old um, collard green plants, and we're using that in the compost. There will be no meat in the compost. If it's organic gardening, remember that, no meat. So, so this is the beginning of something really great. We want to involve the community in it. We just want to get this one bin started, and the next bin will be done by the community.
Okay. We're going to start with... Just tell us what to do. We're going to start with leaves. Wait, I got to take that.
All right, then.
Here we go.
Okay, we are actually layering.
All right.
You put it up close here. Then sit on this side.
Oh my God.
So we're actually layering that into the bottom, into the bin.
Okay.
Go close ahead. I hold up the start over. So don't
Oh,
blow
I
it.
don't wanna
Drop it.
So,
Just drop it in. Drop it in.
Okay.
We'll tell you when
Well,
we're ready to
we
stop.
got to layer it because we got, see this stuff?
Yeah.
Plastic has to come out. So you got to be
Anytime you
careful.
see a piece of plastic, like right here, hold it.
And paper like
Yeah,
this.
Mimi
and
keeps some of the
paper.
plastic in.
Oh,
Yeah,
What you
okay.
doing
all
over
right,
there?
all right. Anytime you see plastic or anything like that, magnitude, take it out.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you don't want it to be able to break that easily. Okay. Sam, you remember your colors brought this here?
Yeah.
This is them, yeah.
Yeah, well, and it rained a couple times since then,
Right,
so it probably got
exactly.
packed down a little bit.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's breaking down.
That's what we wanted to do.
Oh, shoot.
That's what compost does. It breaks down to actually stuff that you can actually start to work back into the garden in the spring.
Wow.
And the more it breaks down, the better.
And this is going to be beautiful
Okay.
soil when we're done.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so the second one we're going to leave for the kids,
Okay,
right?
we're gonna put another layer. We'll put a little more.
A little more?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Actually, you know what I could have did? I could have dumped it.
Yeah,
off.
wake it up. Wake up
So we
the...
have to break down stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Then put it on this side. Keep it even for me, please, guys. You spread it even. There you go. Spread it even. All right. Excellent. Now we're gonna kind of
Okay.
dampen it.
And why are you wetting it?
Because that helps the microorganisms and
Okay.
helps with the with the degrading and
Okay.
decomposting.
Okay.
Because it's got to get wet a little bit before.
Gotta be moist.
It's got to be. It can't be soggy.
Soggy,
It has
right.
to be just
Moist.
wet.
And because these here is breaking down already, it's gonna go faster.
All right, we're gonna do some
Okay.
vegetation on the next level.
Vegetation. And
Yeah,
what is
because
that?
the green,
Right here.
the green.
Okay.
All right, what we just did
This
is
is.
we added carbon.
Right.
Okay.
We put carbon
We need
now.
carbon and nitro.
And nitro. Now you're gonna do
There we
nitro.
go. So nitrogen is next with the green.
Now you know what
Okay.
I'm going to do?
And Mary, where did you get those
We
from?
got these from the garden from last year's crop.
Okay.
So now here's what you're gonna do: is take these here and
Uh-huh.
just spread
Just
them
dump it in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
So-
spread them across.
So if we had like, we're gonna have enough for the second bin for the kids?
We gonna put all of that down there.
Plenty of stuff in there.
I'll have a lot of about this for this. She said you wanna get this.
So like,
stuff.
All right, you know what?
Okay,
While you
now
guys
we
are
need
doing
to-
that, I'm gonna dig up some worms.
you're gonna get worms.
I'm gonna dig.
Yeah, cause you gotta do dig in the ground anyway.
All you gotta do.
Dig in the ground.
Dig in the ground.
And here come they there. They're right up under your feet.
But
Comforting.
Oh yeah, they're
How much of this? And this is what the
Okay.
nitrogen part.
this is the
This is
nitrogen part.
nitrogen.
This is nitrogen.
The coffee beans and the greens are
That was a
nitrogen.
cabbage.
Okay. Oh wow, let me see.
Also
It's
carbon.
a
Carbon?
Carbon, yeah, it's like the leaves.
Okay.
Okay, during the winter months, you don't have to turn the compost.
Okay.
The horticulturist said don't turn it because once it gets cold, if you turn it, now you're exposing the organisms to cold, and that's going to kill them.
Oh.
He said once this thing starts heating up, it's going to be a
Okay.
wonderful thing.
Yeah,
And it's more carbon than nitrogen, right?
and I tell you something,
It's
everybody,
yeah.
everyone does
It's
it
four
different.
parts. It's 4 parts carbon and 1 part nitrogen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
And Brandy,
learning.
when you say 4 parts, how would somebody at home know what's 4 parts of what, and
Okay,
how does that?
all right, let's use the
Okay,
example of
okay.
coffee.
Okay.
If you're going to make a cup of coffee,
Right.
you can use 4 teaspoons of coffee
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh.
1 cup of water.
1 and a half,
You see
3
what
and a
I'm saying?
half.
Okay.
So that's 4 parts coffee and 1 part water.
Okay.
That's basically what that means.
Correct.
Okay.
All
Correct.
right?
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, so that people know how to do it at home.
Yep.
You're gonna put all these?
We
Yeah.
actually
Tear
have
up for green. Get out.
we have a
There we
project.
go.
I'm tearing up for green.
Yeah, Diane from Terrible Creek. Turn it up, turn it up. Rip it up, rip it.
Have
Rip
enough
it.
carbon
Okay.
and we have enough nitrogen.
Okay. Hey, Diane, you want one
And
of
you
these
want it
gloves and
mixed.
not your nice
Oh,
glove?
these are
Not like mixed, but
I
layered.
ain't gonna
on
be
Yeah.
on too long.
Yeah,
Right.
and then it gets slowly, and the organisms and everything sort of mix it up.
Right.
All right. Okay.
Isn't this fun?
It is a lot of fun. You know, there are community gardens that helps with children who, just need some extra help in school with their behavior and stuff. And they say that this kind of thing helps them. And I can see why, because this is really fun. And it gives you a sense of purpose.
Very good. This here is the nitrogen. This here something will break down because it's new. It will break down easier. So once you mix this with the leaves and the other material, it's gonna break down very fast. Come. Just follow me. Walk with me.
Wait a minute. Put it in the bag.
Yeah. Walk with me. And it's easy because the frost hit it already, so that makes it easy to handle now. Otherwise, it would be
Be tough. Huh?
not tough. It would be bunchy, very bunchy. It'd be hard to hold it.
Okay, wait.
You don't need no kids.
All right.
You need me.
Look at him. He's already working his way into that compost.
There's some more
Oh
words.
my goodness.
Okay, you go
Love that.
to that chapter.
Yeah, we got chapters set up everywhere.
And
Yes?
believe-
Okay, now.
Yeah, pick them up. Get them. Right there, pick it up. You like to get them, you get them.
Come
There
here.
you go. Stick it.
So now what's gonna happen
Turn
to
it
the
over,
worms?
turn
They're
it
gonna
over.
die in there, or
No.
No,
What's
they're gonna reproduce in there.
They're gonna
Eat
like
everything and
Uh-huh.
help everything decompose.
Right.
They're gonna have babies.
Right.
And
All
then
right.
things
Already.
that after it finishes decomposing, that it's gonna look just like that.
Oh wow.
It's gonna look just like this next spring.
next spring.
That's what it's gonna look like.
So when are we going to uncover it and
Around
have
April.
about
in April?
Yeah,
Okay.
when he took the
It's gonna
ground.
take
After
about
they
3
till the
months.
ground,
that?
right?
Okay,
Yeah, it's gonna take about 3 months.
3 months. Okay. So we're gonna till the land and then take the compost and spread it,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then what, Mary?
Fertilize the
And
land.
then we're gonna do that. You see how they got that? That's where Lucas got a block. Yes. And then after that come, then we're gonna start with the seeds.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
So when do you think like the community will get like vegetables and stuff to come in and
would be
pick
some-
them?
That would be around in I'm gonna say late May. Or
Okay.
well, all depends on the weather again.
Okay.
So it could be middle of June. Because
Ah.
we may come up with a cold winter, everything gonna just sort of stagnate for a minute.
Okay.
And once the weather start getting warm, then it will start to grow.
Okay.
Okay. So I would actually say late June, July.
Okay.
You're looking at because now the harvest got to go because certain things got to go at a certain time.
Okay, and that's when the community will be able to come in and
Yeah.
and do their thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Is this the first time like this is like going to be an organic garden, and that's why we're doing the composting?
That's correct. It's actually because this is the first time this is being done from here.
Okay.
So in order to make the garden become organic, you have to start this way.
Okay.
In order to do this, you got to go through all of these steps first.
Okay. So if you didn't want to do an organic garden, how would you be able to plant? Like you just come in, till the land, and
When
just do this?
come April, you will come in and tilt the ground, tilt the soil,
Okay.
tilt it over. Basically, when they finish tilling, it'll look something like what you see here now.
Okay.
The bottom will be on the top.
Okay.
And then you come in and then we come in and then we level it out with the separation.
Okay.
And then you would use what we're gonna call man-made fertilizer.
Okay.
Yeah, so we will have to go and me I always use I like to call it true green.
Okay.
I use that
Okay.
a lot
Okay.
and start putting that in the ground.
Okay.
And with the
Look at that big one right
yeah,
there.
go. And with the manure.
Okay.
And with the manure, you're gonna rig all of that stuff inside.
Okay.
And then you spread it all out.
You look
Okay.
nice. That's it.
And then you make it
That's all
grow.
you do.
Okay.
Then you begin to sow your seeds.
Okay.
But that will start in April. So
Okay.
you won't be doing any of this here now.
I see.
Yeah.
But because we chose to do organic garden,
Yeah.
then that's how we're learning about the compost.
Correct.
That's awesome.
I mean, there are places that you can actually go and purchase these items.
Organic fertilizer.
Yes.
Yeah.
But because we decided to do it from scratch ourselves, so we had to start from the beginning.
Okay.
So we had to. That's why we had to go and find the
This
what you
is
call-
the least
what you call those
expensive
things
way to
called?
do it.
And actually, that's a
And then
business
do a
in itself. Just
Yeah.
Composting.
Yeah.
Compost.
That's
Yes,
right.
Yeah.
correct.
That's right.
That's a business by itself
So,
because they have
see the
compost.
worms?
I don't want to. They have, show them here. They have composted factories that you can actually go and purchase this stuff. But that's what they do. They does it and they sells it. But because I wanted to know how it's done and educate people, so I was looking to do children. That's my whole thing. But now we're gonna educate the community. Whoever wants to learn about it, I want to be able to show them how it actually start from the ground root and how this all takes place when they start seeing those tomatoes and the corns and all things growing. They will know how it started now.
and they can go make their own gardens at home.
Exactly. You can make it, and you don't have to have a big space. You can just have a little space, you know, and put one or two seeds here, a plant here, a plant here, and before you know, it, you have a beautiful garden. With one or two plants, you don't have to have a big space. You don't have it.
And gardening is therapeutic for some people.
Oh, yeah. Like myself, I have my garden in my house is about from where you stand here to there. That's my garden, and it used to be big, but I downsized it. Because coming from the south, I love my garden. From the south, we have a garden big as this whole area.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
it's
going from the
healthier.
south.
It's healthier.
But
eating.
no,
Also.
I love the garden.
Oh,
They were right there. Oh, yada
look
yada.
at that.
So they're cheaper.
Yeah.
So if you can grow your own, which is over here, turnip roof is over there. If you could put a turnip roof in the ground, grow your own, and you have.
Yeah, imagine if all over Hempstead, people were doing this in their backyards.
Oh yeah.
So
And even in their
Spread.
kitchens.
It
Okay.
is spread.
All right. We're continuing on with putting stuff into the compost.
What is that?
We've
That's
corrugated cardboard, which showing that you can actually use all of these things because they are biodegradable, which means when they decompose, they go back to the earth. So things like that you don't throw away, you can keep it. We also have
Bread.
some moldy bread, which has
Ah.
organisms in it already.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going to crumble this up.
Yeah,
we're
and
gonna,
you have to crumble it up.
yep, you gotta crumble it up.
You have to be small.
There we go. Gotta crumble it up. So because it's already turning green. The green is the mold that's in there.
Well, who had this bread at their house?
No, what I I put the bread. So I put the I
She
I
put it on
put
the
the bread
side
on
so
the
it could
side so it could
do
so it
that.
could
Okay.
get moldy.
She know we gotta use it, so
Exactly.
she preserved
I
it
don't
for
serve moldy bread.
us. Preserved it.
Oh my
But even though it's moldy,
It's only penicillin.
right?
God. Make it clear.
Even though it's moldy, you can't eat it right now. But once it decomposes and it becomes part of the soil, you can grow more vegetables with it. Okay. Also, mold like this was what penicillin comes from.
Right.
You know, and that was discovered a long time ago.
Material.
The wood chips help to control the moisture
Okay.
because it absorbs it.
And then the worms are just doing what they're doing.
Yep.
Yeah, this
They're
is what they were
in
doing
there
inside
doing-
there when you dug them up there. That's exactly what they're gonna be doing.
Yeah, they were
here.
already down in the ground.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a good
So
thing.
they will with the bottom of the material that we put in the bottom.
So this is not just a garden. This is education.
This is education.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Yes.
yes, that was just the purpose of it is to
Ooh, grab that piece
educate.
of plastic.
Is to educate people on how to plant your own garden, and if you don't want to use
Can we
artificial
have some coffee
chemical,
grounds?
this is the way you can
Mimi?
do it. This is the way you can start your own organic garden just by taking stuff from your house.
All right, so
that
we
you
have
throw away and actually bring it back and put it in the ground and make your own fertilizer for your own garden.
okay. We're also using coffee grounds that have already been used, so somebody's already enjoyed a nice cup of coffee. We're adding that to the
Go
compost.
to Dunkin' Donuts and get all that.
That's
actually,
right.
yeah.
They were nice enough to give us their old, even these. These
Oh,
are
wow.
the, yeah, you can throw that right in.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there you have like community businesses participating by giving us the coffee ground.
That's
Yes,
right.
yes.
That's
Yeah.
right. They
Or
loved
the
the
manure,
idea.
Or the,
Yeah.
or the straw from the garden. Yes,
Straw
for
from
different
the-
business, yes, different. Yeah.
Okay.
Now what is the purpose of the coffee ground?
Look, feel it. It's moist. It
It's
holds
moist.
the moisture
Oh,
in.
okay.
Okay.
But
It
yeah,
holds the
it's
moisture,
moisture, but it's not
also
thick.
a nutrient.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's like going
Okay.
to fill up a
See,
handful
I
of
always
dirt.
knew
And
coffee
it
was
smells
good.
good.
And it
Yes,
does.
Yeah,
And it tastes
that
good
too.
too.
That too.
All right.
Okay, now we're gonna go.
I'm going to suggest, Mary, that
We gotta put more leaves.
we need to put a piece of.
Okay, now it's amazing. If this would have had holes in it, those things that you was picking up out the ground,
Yeah.
they would have found themselves in there.
The worms.
They're probably in there already.
I wasn't having a hole. Well,
Well, you might.
they
I mean,
might have. No, I
could
don't
be.
think so, because I didn't have enough holes in it. For the reason I didn't want the leaves to come
Is
through
that
it.
heat coming out of there?
Yeah.
Oh, look at
I
that.
yes. Let me
So
go.
when stuff starts decompose, that's what it does. It turns heat. That's what
Look
makes
at
it. That's what
that.
makes it go. Yeah, that's what makes it
It's
go
like
into.
heat coming out of there.
Yeah,
The home should start doing.
Wait, there's
Let
some
him- let him
paper.
get
I
the-
have.
Let
I
us
have
get
more
the
leaves.
steaming on
Yeah,
here.
I
where's
have
the
more
steam?
leaves in my yard. But I'm gonna.
Yeah. I see paper.
Look at
and,
that.
Yeah, my gardener came to do my thing, and I told him. And I told my
I
gardener
know,
I
right?
could bag it all up.
Look at all them leaves right there.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
What's the other?
Carbon.
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 Yeah.
What is the building block of life? Carbon,
Right.
right? Nitrogen is where you get your oxygen
Right.
and the one part of your water.
Correct.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
H2O is water.
So think of that. Yeah,
So-
that's where that comes from.
All right. So what we need is on the top here is some more carbon,
Uh huh.
and then this is it.
Yeah,
And then we're done.
Diane has some water. Pour that. Yeah, pour it in there.
Come on, man. Let's look for worms.
We don't need a lot.
Just pour it. Yeah, just pour it. All around, all around. There we go. All on the
That's
edge,
it,
all on
that's
the
it.
edge, all on the edge. All on the edge, yeah, very good. Look at that, over there.
Taking a picture of this.
The
Yeah,
edge,
yes.
yeah, put it, okay, yeah.
But I do love country music, though.
Careful.
Yeah, I do. I love country music.
Worst aspect of something.
Oh, I got a worm.
Family of worms. We were over here for half an hour.
Go get him.
Look at this. Oh, worms. Here's another one.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh.
Here's another one. More worms. Ah, look at this one. It's a fat one.
Y'all turn the dirt, turn the dirt, turn the dirt.
There's
Scatter
some-
the dirt.
There's some
Scatter the
worms
dirt.
for Mimi.
Oh my God.
Scatter the dirt.
You want to hear her
That'll be
yell?
the best
the
one.
wormies. I guess I'll spring them all around. Oh, stop it! What are they doing? They're all entangling.
Second one.
Recycled pallets that were
Yes.
donated to us.
Right.
We pulled some
Material from the
material from the garden, right?
Yes.
We used we use
Leaves
used coffee grounds.
Correct.
We
Yes.
used wood chips that were already used before. And what else?
And we use the
Corrugated
leaves.
box to do
With
durables
Yeah,
on
cardboard.
Cardboard,
Yep.
yes, and we use leaves,
Yep.
and we use grass that was from,
And my
You know what?
and we
And worms.
and
Yay!
yes,
Worms.
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
it. So we will repeat this about a week or so when we do the second band,
Right.
but it will be a continue as the same one. We will go through the same process.
Right.
Okay, so now when we come for the second one, we know what we got to do.
Exactly.
Okay, and so by that
Yeah.
time,
Thank you,
Kids here,
Antonio.
you're gonna
hopefully.
see this. Gonna
We'll
be
have kids here, some people from the community, some hot chocolate.
Yes.
Woo-hoo!
Have a nice event out
Now, when are y'all planning on doing that?
In about 2 weeks.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
before-
after-
When it gets real cold.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, we don't want it to be by the time it get very cold. We want to have all of them seal up.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm gonna say about another week or so because we're gonna have to go back to the table and come together with some more ideas how we want to go forth with the education part of it. And like I said, I always have my own garden. And then the children out of my blocks, and because my grandkids and my kids, they would come and they would watch me do these, what I'm doing. So they would like get excited. They would help, and I'm showing them. And I'm saying, look at all this land that's laying around. Why don't they do something with it? Why don't they utilize the plant garden? So when I spoke to Mimi and I looked at them about it, they all liked the idea, and it started taking off from there. Then with the garden, with the garden itself, then came the organic, and then came the band, then came the. So all of this took off from that, and I'm glad to see that after this year, someone would take it from here. Maybe there may be another piece of land laying over like this. Somebody said, you know what?
Make you sad.
Let's make us another garden. And we're gonna start a garden over here
That's right.
because they got a lot of land just laying around doing nothing.
That's right.
So I'm hoping that
Whole
this will
village.
take off. That it will take off. Today is December 4th,
December 4th.
2015. We have built the compost bin. We have built it from scratch, and now we have completed it with the material. And it's finished to set over the winter and to the spring. Thank you guys.
Awesome.